The lake water closed over Umfatso's head, and steam rose from the surface in great billowing clouds, turning the morning air white. On shore, villagers watched in silence, their faces illuminated by the glow emanating from under the water. Under the surface, a war raged within Umfatso's transformed body. The fire spirits fought the water with ancient fury, turning the lake around him into a cauldron of burning currents. His flesh had become a battlefield, burning and healing in endless cycles as flame and water contested for dominion. Deep in the watery gloom, Umfatso felt his consciousness fragmenting. The many voices that had merged with his own began to separate, screaming in rage and fear as the water weakened their hold. His memories floated loose, his first carving as a child, his father's guiding hands, the pride in his masterpiece mask, the moment of rejection, the first burning desire for vengeance. His father's face appeared before him underwater. The older man's features shifted between flesh and flame. His eyes were sad. No words passed between them, but understanding flowed. His father had carried this same fire, had perhaps found momentary power in its destructive force before recognizing too late what it would cost. The carvings on shore continued to draw fire from Umfatso's submerged form. Tendrils of flame stretched impossibly through water, hastening toward the wooden figures held by the villagers. As each fragment of his rage was pulled free, Umfatso felt a piece of himself return, painful in its clarity, heavy with the weight of what he had done. On shore, the carvings began to smoke and char. Elder Makani called for them to be placed in a circle on the sand, away from anything that might catch. One by one, the figures burst into flame, consuming the wood that had temporarily housed the fire spirits. Ntanda waded into the shallows, her burned arm extended toward the place where Umfatso had disappeared. The handprints on her skin glowed in answer to something beneath the surface. "He is still there," she told the others. "Not consumed. Not yet." Below, Umfatso's struggle reached its crisis. The remaining fire had retreated to its core, concentrating its essence in a last stand against the water's patient assault. In this moment of perfect balance between opposing forces, Umfatso finally understood what neither his father nor the fire spirits had grasped. With this realization, Umfatso stopped fighting. Instead, he surrendered to transformation. The lake's surface erupted in a column of steam and light. Villagers shielded their eyes as something rose from the water. It was not the fire being that had entered, but not fully the man who had first summoned it either. Umfatso's body was changed, his skin bearing markings like wood grain charred by flame. His eyes no longer burning, but carrying embers within them. He collapsed on the shore, steam rising from his transformed flesh. Ntanda approached first. She knelt beside him. The bonds on Limbani had begun to heal the moment the fire spirits were drawn into the caverns. Now, he appeared at the lakeside, weakened but alive, supported by two healers. "What remains of a man who has been both fire and water?" Limbani asked, looking down at his former rival. Umfatso's eyes opened. "One who understands both," he answered, voice rough as charred wood. In the days that followed, as the village rebuilt what flames had damaged, a new tradition was born. Neither Limbani nor Umfatso would serve alone as master carver. Instead, they worked as counterbalance to each other. Limbani shaped the outer form of the village carved objects with his patient hands. Umfatso infused the object with his transformed understanding. The fire lived within him, but no longer as consuming rage. It had become something else, It was a controlled flame that could warm without burning. It illuminated without destroying. His carvings now bore a unique quality that other masters could not replace, a sense of inner light that seemed to glow from within the wood itself. And when anger came, as it does to all humans, Mfatso would go to the lake. The water would accept him now, and he would emerge tempered, remembering what transformation had taught him, that fire without control destroys even what it loves most.